Alrighty, everyone, we are back with some more Dragon Age Origins, where we're going to be doing talking. That's right. Another fun talking episode. Just got our second thing of allies, so we'll just look around what's going on with camp, talk to a few boys, and we should have a new ally we can donate shit to. We'll see what they want.
I understand we will be joining you in battle as soon as the hunters have recovered. I look forward to it.
Perfect.
You know, Alistair,
Shall be
Antiva has
done.
a long tradition of royal bastards.
You don't say.
Oh, yes. They've led wars to claim the throne. Some of them have become kings. In fact, I'd say the current royal line in Antiva stems from bastard blood several times over.
Well, aren't you just chock full of useless trivia today?
Sadly, whenever a royal bastard rears their head in public and declares themselves, it often goes poorly for them.
Let me guess. They get assassinated.
Only the very popular ones.
And the unpopular ones?
Well, they get by somehow, I'm sure. There was one fellow who did quite well working as a prostitute based on his uncanny resemblance to the king. Charged a fortune.
Couldn't afford him, I take it.
That cynicism will serve you well, my friend. Hold on to it.
Alright, let's make our way to camp. Oh, Lemus Hut. Let's take a look.
I think I owe you an explanation for what happened earlier.
Yes, you had me quite worried.
You should know that something happened to me at the tower before you came along. Remember my apprentice, Petra? She encountered a demon in the tower. It would have killed her had I not intervened. I saved her life that day, but I did not survive that encounter with the demon.
But you're standing right here. Really want to go with 3, that's fun.
Let me explain fully. I engaged a very powerful demon to rescue Petra. It sapped me of all my energy and will and left me drained. It took everything I had to defeat it. And when I was done, I no longer had the strength to keep my heart beating. I remember my life ebbing away. Everything receded from me. Sound, light. I remember being enveloped in complete, impenetrable darkness. And then I sensed a presence enfolding me and cradling me, whispering quietly to me. The sensation is impossible to describe. I was being held back, firmly but gently, as a mother would a child, eager to slip from her grasp. I felt life and warmth flowing through my veins again. I began to be aware of small sounds and the discomfort of my hip pressing into the cold stone of the tower floor.
That's an amazing story.
The Fade contains spirits both benevolent and malicious. The benevolent spirits seldom make themselves known, because they want nothing from mortals, unlike the demons. It was one of these spirits that saved me. Without it, I would be dead. And it has not left me. It is with me, even now, bonded to me. You see, I am supposed to be dead. It is the spirit that is keeping me in this world. And this is not the way of things. Perhaps the spirit did not expect this, but it is weakening gradually. I am living on borrowed time.
Then we'll make the best of that time.
Yes, that we will.
Alright. Now we're going to do our favorite thing. Well, first, let's do this part right here. So, we have a new ally, the Emissary.
You witnessed the rarest of things, Warden. The Dalish stand ready to defend Ferelden.
Well, do you need anything?
We have assembled on a short schedule. Certain factors of equipment could be better. Crafting components would serve best. Basic ones like elf root and deep mushroom.
Yep, so these guys require alchemy. Wow.
It is begun.
So, Give all the death roots. Then give all the deep mushrooms. There we go.
Generous as always, Warden.
And they received a bit. Let us do this. Alright, down to here. I'm going to leave the songbook for last. Does Morgan need anything here? I think it's this one.
A fine gift.
Yes.
You have my thanks.
But Alistair needs this for sure.
Is that for me? Really? Wow. Wow.
Zevron needs these.
Gloves? You're giving me gloves? What for?
They're Dalish gloves, like your mother.
Maker's breath. You're right. It is like my mother's. The leather was less thick and it had more embroidery, but these are very close and quite handsome.
Well, it was nothing.
Still, I appreciate the fact that you even thought of me. No one has simply given me a gift before. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. Alright. Let's go with... I don't want to do Liliana right now. But I think Liliana is most of what we've got here left. Oh. Let's go back to Morgan. I think she needs... Where's the... I think it's the brooch? Yes.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
Still can't get rid of the alcohol, which is fun. Let's go to win.
A generous gift. Thank you ever so much.
Alright, so we're down to silver ring and stuff like that. To be honest, I don't know where all of them go. To be honest, some of them are also just randomized ones, and I'm just going to leave those for now. Because I don't actually care, but I think... Andrastus Grace, I think goes to Liliana. I'm pretty sure we're on Liliana. The rest are pretty generic, or they just don't go there. Yeah, so these are all alcohol, which we don't deal with yet. Not until we make it to a certain location and reach our last boy. But I think she gets Grace. Let's see.
Flowers? For me? They smell lovely, and there's something so familiar about them. These were my mother's flowers. She would sprinkle the dry petals amongst her clothes. Oh, they smell just like her. Thank you so much.
No problem. And then the last one for Liliana. This one really isn't a gift, it's just something I wanted. Though her face gets creepy when you do it, so just don't stare too hard at the screen, I promise. Actually. Oh, interesting. Am I not able to? Oh, no, you have to talk to her, that's right. Because I have the songbook now, we talk to her. So we'll leave the talking to her to last.
I must ask, what does being a Grey Warden mean to you?
Means I've been chosen to do something important.
There's that, of course. But there's more to being a Grey Warden than killing Darkspawn and saving the world from the Blight. Ultimately, being a Grey Warden is about serving others, about serving all people, whether elves or dwarves or men.
You mean to say I serve as a protector?
As a Grey Warden, you are a guardian of men, and you guard them because their continued existence is more important than you are. Thus it is you who serves, not they.
I shall keep
A
that
good
in
king,
mind.
a true king who cares for his land, uses his power to rule firmly but fairly. He serves his people first and foremost. The king who does not do this, who believes that he is entitled to his power, who abuses it and uses it for his own means, is a tyrant.
So in a way, having power confines you.
If you live apart from others, and your actions affect only you, then you may do as you wish. But if you have power, influence, and strength, your every action will be as a drop of water in a clear, still pond. The drop causes ripples, and ripples spread. Think of how far they will go, how wide they will become, how will they affect the pond. But I've lectured enough for today. I should stop before I wear out my welcome.
Ween approves. Let's see if she's got anything more.
You're quite taken with each other, aren't you?
Yes, quite.
I've noticed your blossoming relationship, and I wanted to ask you where you thought it was going. She is a cunning woman, a Maleficar. She will use you for her own ends.
Wow, that is quite harsh of you, Wyn. There's more to it than that.
I am telling you what I see and what my instincts tell me. And even if the feelings you share are genuine, this affair may not be the best thing for either of you.
Oh.
You have responsibilities which supersede your personal desires.
Well, that's mean of her. Let's see, what are we gonna go with? I think I know what I'm gonna do. Because I'm not a dick. I can handle my responsibilities and my relationships.
Love is ultimately selfish. It demands that one be devoted to a single person who may fully occupy one's mind and heart to the exclusion of all else. A Grey Warden cannot afford to be selfish. You may be forced to make a choice between saving your love and saving everyone else. And then what would you do?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I'd rather not have to make that choice.
Nothing is certain. Not in these times. You cannot take anything for granted. I want you to be aware of this.
Well, I'll consider what you have said.
I am just trying to minimize the suffering that may come to either of you. I have given my advice. Do with it what you will.
Yep, she disapproves. I think that's it.
What's on your mind?
I think it is just generic, but let's ask her about why did the spirit choose to help you?
I have always had an affinity for the spirits of the Fade. As a child, I never feared my dreams because I knew they were there.
You must have been a strange child.
I've always been able to feel the spirits, even if I never saw them. And as I nurtured my talent in the circle, I became more sensitive. I began to notice every time I was in the Fade, whether it was in a dream or in magical practice, that I was being watched.
Do spirits watch people like that?
I suppose they must. It is these benevolent spirits that create our dream worlds in the Fade. Sometimes I would see it, a glowing, nebulous form. Most times I would just feel its presence, gentle and comforting, but somehow alien. I think it is a spirit of faith. They have never been seen before, and perhaps I am wrong. But something tells me I'm not. It always felt like the same entity. This one spirit was curious about me, and was guarding me, for want of a better word.
Interesting. You were very lucky.
There were times when I was in the Fade that it seemed to stretch forth to shield me, keeping me safe. And I think it gave me strength in my most terrible battles, Ostagar being one of them.
So, is this spirit of faith your personal protector?
I don't know why I was chosen. Perhaps it knew that there was something more that lay in store for me. I like to think that I was given a rare chance, and I'm going to make the best of the time so generously given to me.
That is a mature attitude to have. I'm glad you think traveling with me is worthy of your time.
I will not lie motionless in a bed with coverlets up to my chin, waiting for death to claim me. That is not the death for me. And so I will fight alongside the Grey Warden, and help prepare him for the task that is yet before him. So you had better listen to me, because I swear, if I should fall before the end and you don't seem to be doing things properly, I'll get up again to give you a good finger-wagging.
I'll hold you to that promise, Wynne. I truly will.
You know, I think you'll be all right, even without my help.
Alright, Severon.
Here I am.
Everything a bit bland there. We don't need to talk to Severon yet then. Good boy. He's a happy boy. Done barking? Perfect.
Something on your mind?
Nope. Perfect. We're good there.
You are not quite as callow as I thought. That is unexpected.
Thanks, I guess.
You're welcome.
So, why did you come to Ferelden?
I was sent to be the eyes of the Antom. The Arishok asked what is the Blight. By his curiosity, I am now here.
And do you have to report back?
Yes.
Sure. So when are you gonna do that?
Never.
Oh,
I cannot go home.
why not? Oh, you know what? You can stay with us.
Thank you. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting.
Sure. What were you doing in the cage?
Does it matter? Very well. I caged myself. A weak mind is a deadly foe, as you are no doubt aware.
And exactly what what do you mean by weak mind, actually?
That is complicated. I came to your lands with 7 of the Beresad, my brothers, to seek answers about the Blight. We made our way across the Ferelden countryside without incident, seeing nothing of the threat we were sent to observe. Until the night we camped by Lake Calenhad. They came from everywhere. The earth beneath our feet, the air above us. Our own shadows harbored the Darkspawn. I saw the last of the creatures cut down, too late. I fell.
And what happened to the other Qunari?
I am told no others survived. I don't know how long I lay on the battlefield among the dead, nor do I know how the farmers found me. I only know that when I woke I was no longer among my brothers, and my sword was gone from my hand.
What did you do?
I searched for it, and when that failed I asked my rescuers what had become of it.
And did the farmers know where it was?
They said they found me with nothing.
And what did you do next?
I killed them. With my bare hands. I did. I
Damn.
knew they didn't have the blade. They had no reason to lie to me. I panicked. Unthinking, I struck them down.
But it's only a blade.
Do your people have no souls as we know them? Convenient for you. That sword was made for my hand alone. I have carried it from the day I was set into the Beresad. I was to die wielding it for my people. Even if I could cross Ferelden and Tevinter unarmed and alone to bring my report to the Arishok, I would be slain on sight by the Antam. They would know me as soulless, a deserter. No soldier would cast aside his blade while he drew breath.
Well, can't you search for it?
If I knew where to look, it would be in my hand now.
Where did you fight the Darkspawn?
Near Lake Calenhad.
Well, then we will find it.
Perhaps those words are empty, but thank you all the same.
That we shall. That is the quest we needed to do that. Did update the quest. We shall try to track down his sword in a bit. Let's see if he has anything else.
You called.
Nope, that's it.
As you wish.
Alright. Morrigan. Our favorite character.
I have something for you.
Ooh, is it bigger than a bread box?
'Tis a ring. Now, before you get any foolish notions, let me explain. Flemeth once gave me the ring because it allowed her to find me no matter where I went, in case I was ever captured by hunters. I disabled its power as soon as we left the wilds. Recently, however, I thought to change it. Now, I will be able to find whoever wears it instead.
Interesting. Well, it's a sweet gift. Thank you for that.
It is not given out of sentimentality. I believe you were too important to risk. If you were captured, this ring would allow the rest of us to find you quickly.
Well, that is still very sweet, Morrigan. I'm glad to see you care.
Now you are mocking me. Do you wish the ring or not? I am tempted to simply keep it.
Hi. Thank you for the gift.
You are welcome. Perhaps it will be useful someday.
This is why she's my favorite character. Alright, now let's get the ring on. Morrigan's ring. I think we will replace one that gives us the dex buff. Know who we can give the dex buff to? Severin. There he goes. Alright. I believe if I do
We are
this
in
one...
camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
I believe this is... let's see. Care to join me in my tent?
Perhaps. Shall I consult my capricious nature and divine an answer for you?
Could you? Too kind of you.
I am to be indulged. How exciting. Let me think. Very well. It shall be as you wish, voracious as your appetite may be.
Oh, she actually said yes. I'm usually expecting her to say no. But she said yes. Wonderful. That's so nice of her. Might be because we have a high favorability at the moment. Going to Denerim. I think I'm going to bring Morrigan. Alright, so last person to talk to, and we make our way to the capital of Ferelden. Let's see.
I must say that traveling with you has opened my eyes to how wrong some are about the Dalish. You are not at all savage, and I've not seen you snatch away women and children without provocation.
Oh, that's so nice. Disappointed, are you?
No, of course not. I am just saying that many believe such awful things about the Dalish. If my people were more open to interacting with yours, We could do away with such misperceptions.
There are close-minded individuals on both sides.
I hear many city folk talk about how wonderful it must be to live simpler lives, close to the earth. They could learn from the Dalish.
And do you think us a quaint curiosity meant for study?
I'm sorry. I did not mean it like that. I wasn't trying to belittle your culture. I have met very few elves, and those that I have met were pledged to the service of Orlesian nobles.
Slaves.
They are serfs. There is no slavery in Orlais.
Still a life I would never choose.
Elven servants are well compensated for their services. Some of them live richer lives than humans. A well-trained elven servant is highly valued in Orlais. They are nimble and dexterous, and many people find them pleasing to look at.
So should I offer myself to some Orlesian noble?
No, I did not mean it that way. Oh, my words were clumsily chosen. I did not mean to offend. I am sorry.
I am Elven, but more than that, I am a person.
Of course. I am sorry if I implied otherwise. Thank you. You
Guilt
have
tripping
given me
her.
a lot to think about.
We just straight guilt trip her.
I was just thinking about what happened to
here
the
it is.
elves, and I'm reminded of a song sung to me many years ago. It was when my mother died, and this wise elven woman comforted me and told me that we shouldn't fear death or hate it. Death is just another beginning. One day, we must all shed our earthly bodies to allow our spirits to fly free.
Harshan Pavel used to say much the same thing.
Then perhaps you know this song. Something I can help with?
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with...
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
Concentrate, like we practiced. Now, fire!
It is begun.
Let us end this! Delightful!
It is begun.
Wipe them out!
I shall do it. Shall be done.
I'm taking these apprentices to Redcliffe. The first enchanter says you need every able-bodied mage for the war. They're young, but capable enough, as you saw.
It shall be done. I shall do it.
Why are you here?
Good day. Excuse me.
Obviously you are no priestess, but shouldn't you be running a shop or a farm somewhere rather than fighting?
You think to tell me my place, Kunari? You are very brave.
It is not done.
But it is done. Do not be such a blind fool.
I speak the truth. It is not I who is blind.
Look around you, then. You see women throughout this land, fighters and mages both.
That has yet to be proven.
Which, that they fight? Or that they are female?
Either.
So I am not truly a woman to you, hmm? 'Tis good to know.
I shall do it.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Oh, blast it. Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
All men are the work of our Maker's hands, from the lowest slaves to the
It is
highest
begun.
kings. Those who bring ham without provocation to the least of his children are breaded and accursed by the Maker. Those who bring ham...
That's my sister's house. I'm almost sure of it. This is the right address. She could be inside. Could we go and see? Will she even know who I am? Does she even know I exist? My sister? That sounds very strange. Sister. Sister. Oh, now I'm babbling. Maybe we should go. Let's go. Let's just go.
I have never seen such a collection of merchants and people before. 'Tis always so?
Welcome, friends. Well, we have the finest armors in Denerim, maybe in all of Ferelden. How may we assist you? Certainly.
Hello?
Hey, you have linens to wash? I charge 3 bits on a bundle. You won't find better. And don't trust what that Natalia woman tells you either. She's foreign and she'll rob you blind.
I'm not here to have any wash done. My name's Alistair. Well, this may sound sort of strange, but are you Gordana? If so, I suppose I'm your brother.
My what? I am Goldana, yes. How do you know my name? What kind of tomfoolery are you folk up to?
Look, our mother, she worked as a servant in Redcliffe Castle a long time ago before she died. Do you know about that?
You! I knew it! They told me you was dead. They told me the babe was dead along with mother, but I knew they was lying.
They told you I was dead? Who? Who told you that?
Them's at the castle. I told them the babe was the king's and they said he was dead. Gave me a coin to shut my mouth and sent me on my way. I knew it.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that. The babe didn't die. I'm him. I'm your brother.
Ugh, for all the good it does me. You killed mother, you did, and I've had to scrape by all this time. That coin didn't last long, and when I went back, they ran me off. And who in the Maker's name are you? Some elf to follow him about and carry his riches for him?
Hey, don't speak to him that way. He's my friend, and a Grey Warden just like me.
Oh, I see. A prince and a Grey Warden too. Well, who am I to think poorly of someone so high and mighty compared to me? I don't know you, boy. Your royal father forced himself on my mother and took her away from me. And what do I got to show for it? Nothing. They tricked me good. I should have told everyone. I got 5 mouths to feed. And unless you can help with that, I got less than no use for you.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say.
Well? So he's found it. I'm his sister. But what are you to me, boy? Except the one who took my mother away,
You think I wished her dead? I never wanted that. I didn't have the life you think I did, Goldana.
I suppose not. A bastard is still a bastard, isn't he? But brother or no, I've got 5 mouths to feed and no time to spare until they are.
And let me promise you this, Goldana. I'll do whatever I can, speak to whomever I have to ensure you and your children are taken care of.
That sounds all well and fine, but you'll have to forgive me if I don't exactly hold my breath.
You have my promise. I can't give you more than that. Let's go. I want to go. Goodbye, sister. Well, that was not what I expected, to put it lightly. I lived up to my promise, I suppose, but this is the family I've been wondering about all my life? I can't believe it. I I guess I was expecting her to accept me without question. Isn't that what family is supposed to do? I feel like a complete idiot. Such as? The only person who ever cared about me was Duncan, and he's gone. Thank you. I'm glad you came with me. Let's just go. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
You here to report another crime? I swear we should just cordon off the entire district. Oh, can I help you, Warden? The lower market isn't deemed important by the captain of the guard, even less with Arl Howe in charge. So when I finally get the new men I request, I get the delightful surprise of discovering they're Lord Such-and-Such's illegitimate, untrained, moronic whelps. But lords keep sending me more of them. It's decent pay, no expectations, a uniform. So I have a legion of bastards to protect the market from pickpockets, stabbings, and whatnot, and Arl Howe's specially picked men are the worst of the lot. With the bastards, I just have to worry about dicing, the odd bit of drool, or yelling at them too loudly and hurting their poor feelings, and then getting chewed out by their noble fathers. But I swear, the Arl's men are more criminal than the miscreants we occasionally arrest. Some of them are the criminals we have to arrest. So if your lifeblood isn't draining in the gutters as we speak, don't bother reporting it. What? You're serious? I mean, yes, I could use help. I've got a pretty popular establishment that's crawling with mercenaries. If I send my boys in, someone might get, Maker forbid, hurt, and I'll have to explain to their noble fathers that being a guard is actually dangerous. The name of the whorehouse is the Pearl. Beat down any mercenaries that are out of line and send them a message. I said beat down, not kill. Let me make that really clear. Not on fire, or exploded, or make a nose, whatever type of grisly death you can dream up. Sorry. Used to giving orders to my boys. Just leave them breathing and I'll be happy. Thank you, Warden. Happy hunting.
Leave me to my business.
Thank the Maker, my brother and his family made it out of Lothering. He said that the Darkspawn attacked it the very next day.
The Darkspawn took Lothering, did they?
By order of the new Earl of Denerim, no one is to enter the alienage. There's been an elven uprising. Knife ears even have the gall to attack the Earl's only son. Killed him in cold blood. With the whole Urian family dead, the regent appointed Rendon Howe of Amaranthine the new Earl of Denerim. First thing he did was lead a purge of the alienage. It's a mess in there. When things are put back in order, the gates will be reopened. Now on your way.
I recognize you. From Ostagar. Andraste's blood. You're a Grey Warden. Duncan's apprentice. You killed my friend. And good King Cailan. I demand satisfaction, sir. So you would compound slander on top of treason? You dare smear Terran Loghain's word? I do not like your tone, sir. But you may be right. I may regret this, but I cannot duel someone who may be guiltless. Leave, Warden. If I find proof, we will meet again.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar. You won't find better. Welcome, welcome. We sell only the strongest dwarven steel, folded over 100 times in the forges of Orzammar. In times like this, surely your group could use some extra protection on the road. Every piece comes with a stamp of assurance from my wife's father, the best smith in Denerim.
Should I even try to imagine what the owner of such a store might consider a wonder?
As you say. As you say. It shall be done. It is begun.
Welcome to the wonders of Thedas. We carry items crafted by the Circle, as well as a variety of antiquities. Is there anything you would like to see?
Yes? What are you doing here? Brother Genitivi? Why? His research? Ah, you mean his search for Andraste's ashes? He was on the trail of the Urn of Sacred Ashes, yes. Whether he found it, the Maker only knows. I haven't seen Brother Genitivi in weeks. He sent no word. It's so unlike him. I'm afraid something has happened. Genitivi's research into the urn may have led him into danger. Perhaps the urn has been lost for a reason. I pray for Genetivi's safety, but hope dwindles with each passing day. I tried to send help, but some knights came from Redcliffe looking for him not long ago. I sent them after Genetivi, and they too have disappeared. Well, they haven't returned, and they sent no word either. I don't know. After what happened to Genetivi, can you blame me for thinking the same thing could happen to the knights? Perhaps I am just a pessimist. I hope I am wrong. Now don't ask me where they went. You'll go after them. And what if ill luck should befall you too? This search is a curse on all of us. Some things are not meant to be found. I know that now. So be it. All he said before he left was that he would be staying at an inn near Lake Calenhard, investigating something in that area. I don't know. All I discovered from going through his research was that he was staying at the inn. Yes, of course he told me, but I also went through his things to see if I could find other clues to his whereabouts. That's not true. I told you everything I know. Brother Genetivi told me about the inn, and that's all. Us? I mean me. There is no us. Bah! Why do I keep up this charade? I gave you a chance to turn aside and forget you ever heard of Genetivi and the urn, but you persisted. Now it has come to this. Andraste, forgive me, I do this in your name.
As you say.
Vassadon!
Okay, done with you now.
Skill has won the day.
Very well. I shall do it. As you say.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
Magic exists to serve man and never